I hope people still care about last week's Illinois primary results because I cannot stop thinking about them.
A lot of progressive candidates lost to some more moderate candidates.
And I'm hung up on this because I live and hang out around a lot of fellow young queer people who have called for protecting trans rights, making healthcare more affordable,
Abolishing ICE, and a bunch of other stuff that establishment Democrats have failed to do.
A slate of progressive candidates here promised to fix that. Reflecting on how their platforms aligned with my neighbors' values, I couldn't help but wonder, why didn't they win? Lots has already been said about the role of outside money, including AIPAC and big tech in these races. And predictable takes like, they should have hated immigrants, or trans people, or Palestinians, have come up. But polling doesn't back these takes up either. A data project from a local activist led to some different answers. A lot of what I would call my neighborhood actually did vote for a progressive challenger to my state senator, but less than 1/5 of the district's total population voted at all. And I know it's not breaking news that low turnout impacts primaries and local races, but it's still worth understanding what we're talking about. Like, a progressive challenger to my congressman got less than half the votes as the incumbent, but almost 90% of my congressional district flat out didn't vote. So why is the question, are progressives too far left to get elected? And not, why have current Democratic Party leaders failed to mobilize more voters?
And some of these races did show an appetite for progressive candidates. A challenger to my state senator got almost half the vote.
Two progressives running for the same state house seat here got over 1/3 of the vote. And we elected a progressive county commissioner. So instead of calling this a wrap on progressive politics, we could look forward. Like, Chicago will be electing new members of its city council next year. And some progressives got a higher share of the vote here in my ward than they did overall. So small shifts in local races could lead to things like taxing corporations or funding for policing alternatives. The same thing could happen where you live. Plus, electoral politics isn't the only place progressive values are playing out. Take a look at the grassroots resistance against ICE. Just walking down the street, I could find information about my rights,
Get a free whistle to alert neighbors if I see immigration enforcement,
or enter a small business where federal agents aren't welcome. That's successful progressive organizing too. So by understanding money and turnout and looking ahead and outside of elections, it's been easier for me to make sense of all this.